Good morning, everyone. It is Thankful Thursdays, and I'm so thankful to be here on Thursday. And number one reason I'm thankful, it is my daughter Mia's 20th birthday, 2 decades of being so proud, loving her so much, and watching her learn so many things. She's an extraordinary woman, 20 years old today, June 17th. She was born on Father's Day, so you can't beat that. And I'm so blessed to have 4 wonderful children. But today I celebrate my daughter, and I'm so grateful to have her in my life. So happy birthday, Mia. I love you. I'm proud of you, and I always have your back. All right, Thankful Thursdays. This should be more good news Thursdays, because I woke up and got to watch the early link to 2-Minute Drill on Amazon. 2-Minute Drill launches tomorrow, Friday, on Bloomberg TV and Amazon Prime Video. It may be the best content I've ever created, with the likes of Rory, Kataya, and Jason Waller, and Kim Perrell, and many others that we love so much. But join us tomorrow. Give it a like on Amazon Prime Video. Or if you think Amazon is a crock of shit like Andrew there, then go to Bloomberg and watch it on TV. Old school. It'll be there for you. What time do I wake up? I go. My day starts at 9 p.m. yesterday, and I from there have an unwinding routine so that I wake up at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. every day, and either use my set routine or a adaptable routine to plateau and grow in my life, to find that higher frequency, that baseline to move off of. All right, let's take a couple quick questions. Here we go. How have you been able to make time for your family with so much stuff going on? Look, I have non-negotiables. Number one, a minimum of an hour a day on my health. Number 2, a minimum amount of time every day with my family. So that's before I do anything else. So it's not a matter of how do I get that in. It's making sure I'm productive, accessible, and gracious with the activities I have planned. I don't have planned with activity I get paid for, and activity I don't get paid for. Josh Medlin is in the house. He is the director and producer of 2-Minute Drill, and I hope he is as proud of 2-Minute Drill Season 2 as I am. We had the pilot go out without Josh, and once we got such great reviews on what I thought was a good start, we got an amazing advancement through Josh's direction and production. So thank you, Josh Medlin. Did an extraordinary job, and I look forward to you directing and producing Office Hours, which we'll film July 12th. But join us, everybody, on Amazon Prime Video. Let's check it out. You will love it. LFG, Jeffrey, good to see you. I'm a podcaster for 3 years. What's your advice of taking it to the next level? More episodes, better guests. It's that simple. More episodes and better guests. Keeps practicing and make that happen. All right, we've been here. We've got 1 more minute, so I bring my friend Brandon Steiner on with collectiblesexchange.com. Everybody knows Steiner Sports, that is in the sports world or collectibles world. So you have more than one coaching program. Well, first of all, the majority of what I do is free. So join me on Fridays for free training. We're going to do the perfect pitch training to complement the launch of 2-Minute Drill, of course, this Friday. So over 20 years, I've been giving free training, free books, free guides, free exercises, free content. If people wanted more intimate help from me, we have private coaching groups where you get one-on-one coaching from me. And then I have one-on-one coaching, and then I have business consulting and groups in businesses as well. So this is the platform that I use, from free to group to one-on-one to corporate, to empower over 1 billion people to be happy, to teach them values and daily practices in order to effectuate, if you're interested in making more money, helping more people, and having more fun, to teach you to find the light, the love, and the lessons, to enjoy the consistent, everyday, persistent, without quit pursuit of your potential. That's what we're looking at. All right, it's 8:05. Is my friend Brandon here? I don't see him. Aaron Wexler's here. David Flores is here. Would love to have you on my podcast sometime. Anyone that wants me to come on your podcast, email me, david@dmeltzer.com. If you want my ebook, audiobook, or you want me to send you, pay for a signed copy of that book, just email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Looking for Brandon Steiner, at Brandon Steiner, formerly Steiner Sports. Now, of course, my man has the collectiblesexchange.com. What's up, Aaron? What's up, D? Good to see you. If Brandon doesn't show up here, Aaron, I'll jump on with you and love to see you, of course. Let me take another question while I give him 1 minute to catch up. He's treating me like a prom date. What was your favorite moment from this season of 2 Minute Drill? My favorite moment of this season of 2 Minute Drill, maybe having to do with a toilet. That was one of my favorite moments. And like every moment with Rory and Jason Waller, Rory Kataya and Jason Waller, two extraordinary CEOs. Every moment with those two guys, amazing. Thank God we had people like Kim Perrell that class up the joint there for us. Aloha, Shane Victorino. Aloha, my friend. Good to see you. Rob Deerdick again. Thank you. Good to see you as well. Lionheart, good to see you. Today is my daughter's birthday. It's Thankful Thursdays. I can't tell you how thankful we are in my family to have such a wonderful daughter. I got 3 of them. This is my middle one. She's 20 today, and just so happy. We'll even give her the day off today. What do you think? All right, let's see here. Let's get Andrew. Let's see. How do you coach people on how to deal with FOPO, fear of other people's opinions? I like the FOPO. I used to have FOMO, which is fear of missing out. And then I have JOMO now, which is the same way that I deal with FOPO. And I have JOPO. And it's the joy of other people's opinion, not FOPO, the fear of it. So wherever you have fear, turn the F into a J. That's for foot joy. That's right, F into a J. That's how we do it. I will assume that our friend Brandon Steiner is a no-show. That's 2 in a row, 3 strikes. He's out. No baseball, pun intended. My phone is going off there. Anyway, let me get Aaron Wexler in here for a quick question. Somebody who wants to be here. Here we go. Aaron, are you here, my friend? There he is, walking the beach.
What's up, David?
What beach are you
look
on?
where I am. Man, this is Redondo, man. Good morning to everybody. This is Thankful Thursdays. I wanted to jump on. I got so much energy right now, David, because I'm so thankful for you and what you helped me get through, which is my FOPO. And yeah, and I really love that JOPO. That was great. But this is a little Thankful Thursday straight to you, because when I signed up for your course, man, a year ago, I didn't quite know what I was doing. And I just finished a year. I just got through a year of being a podcaster. So, I just appreciate you just kind of helped me guide me through that FOPO and just kind of learning to not be afraid. Like, if anyone's listening to this right now and you have a message and you have a project, go for it, man. Go for it. You got to go for it. You got to allow yourself to go for it and not be afraid, right? That fear is just a limiting factor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. And I love, you helped me get the F to J, the fear to joy, right? So if you have FOMO, which a lot of people have, fear of missing out, we'll make it the joy of missing out. And if you have FOPO, the fear of other people's opinion, we'll make that JOPO. We'll have the joy of other people's opinion, meaning we're going to look for the light, the love, and the lessons in everyone else. Well, I see Brandon Steiner here. I appreciate you on Thankful Thursdays to come in. You got it, my friend, from South Mission Beach to Redondo Beach to South Florida Beach. I see everyone here. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, David. I appreciate you. To everyone listening, much love and happiness.
All right, check out 2 Minute Drill tomorrow, man. We got our big launch, Amazon Prime Video and Bloomberg. Check out 2 Minute Drill.
Congrats for that.
Thanks,
bro.
brother. Take care. Awesome. All right, we'll bring in the man, the myth, the boy, my friend, this guy has more knowledge in his pinky about the business of sports than anyone else I know. He is a wealth of wisdom, not just in sports but in life, and he is there. He is the never aging super basketball star. There he is. He takes
What's
advantage
up,
of
David? What's up, baby? Let's
Brandon
go.
Steiner takes advantage of every Jewish community center athlete out there and beats them 1-on-1, 3-on-3, 5-on-5. He can run the court with all the big furry Jews like me, and he makes us look silly. How are you?
Thank God for the people that are over 50 years old that are still playing, that enable me to still play, because it is a young man's sport. But I'm doing well. Good to see you, man. Great to be
Yeah,
with you,
man.
man.
Well,
You're
you
rocking.
have
I love your content, man. Love your content. And you know what I love about it is how much better it consistently gets. You're setting the example by showing people, not only telling people. And I love that.
I
Really do.
appreciate that, and you put a lot of work in this stuff, and humility is something that also comes after 50. You and I have a long journey together. We have a lot of lessons that we've learned, and it's so nice when you can get to a point where you're like, hey, I'm just going to do my best, and today will not be as good as tomorrow as long as I give my best today and I learn something. And we've learned a lot in the business world and a lot in the sports world. You've gone through some really big companies, and now you're sitting in the right place at the perfect time with Collectibles Exchange.
Yes.
And April 19th, you launched Athlete Direct, which is super cool as well. And I do have an introduction for you as well. I don't know if you've seen the people from Signables, the Signables people. So they
Yeah.
have virtual signings and all. They're right up your alley with
I'm
Athlete
trying to
Direct.
get
It's
my
like,
arms wrapped around that concept, but it seems like they're doing well. I'm
yeah,
still
they're
sticking
growing.
with the hand sign stuff and the game use stuff, which I'm kind of fun. But what's interesting is, like, at least for me, like, I feel like a 19-year-old. I'm starting over again, and I'm going back to my first book, the Business Playbook, which I wrote 20 years ago. And it's like I'm just following the same principles, the basic stuff. And I tell people, it's like, it's not easy and it's not fast, but if you just follow the basic, simple principles of doing the right thing at the right time, and you just keep pounding away at it, I'm having a lot of success. And right now, always find if you can find a problem. Like, there's so many people out there that have collectibles that need help selling them. And that's what I'm really, really, really happy about, is that I'm able to create a platform now. Yeah, you always want to sell stuff, but I'm also helping people sell their stuff. So Collectible Exchange is another version of eBay. And what brings me to that conclusion is my wife. She's responsible for all my success, because if you lead with empathy and you lead with compassion, you put yourself in a common person's shoes and your common sense goes up. The common sense is, I'm sitting in my couch. My wife says, Brandon, what are you going to do with all this stuff? And I look at her like, you mean if I die, what happens? Like, yeah, there's a ton of collectibles. What do we do with all this? And I say, I guess that's a problem. She says, yeah, don't leave me this problem if anything should ever happen. It's like not a great conversation, but it's honest. And my kids don't want all those collectibles. So I come up with Collectible Exchange first and foremost, because I know even me as a collector and known to be a collector, I need a cool platform to sell it, to authenticate, to verify what I have. So there's so many wives out there, or even collectors that are downsizing, that I've been able to go and get their collections. It's about a 3-week wait just to get your stuff up here in our office. That's how much stuff is coming out of the woodworks. And I think it comes with common sense. When you turn up your empathy and compassion, you turn up your common sense, because you're looking at things through another person's eyes. You're feeling about things the way other people would feel. And I say, something? I can't be the only 60-year-old that's got to downsize and get rid of a lot of their stuff. I'm thinking maybe I can help some people out there. And it's like every day, all day, people looking to the common sense Collectible Exchange, which is helping people buy and sell. And what's great is nobody is a bigger collector than the baby boomers. So the young ones are getting into it, because we've had all this proprietary stuff we've been saving and stockpiling, and the kids are loving the stuff on the site. So we have over 100,000 items, Dave, on our site already, and it's soon to be 150,000. So we're really grateful for everybody out there that's supporting us. Thank you for supporting me for the new company. I'm not with Steiner, which I know is weird, but Steiner was great. It's in the past, and now I'm doing this, and it's, and then the Athlete Direct is, building these microsites. I have I think it's about 60 athletes now that we built microsites for Mark Messier, Aaron Boone, Sue Bird. So just loving the fact that we're getting into the women collectibles now, and the people are loving that. So Thank you for the support, Dave, because I know you've been with me these last 2 years as I'm going through this transition. I'm going from 60 to 19 years old again, but thank you.
Well, that's okay. When I turn 60, I'll be sending over about 100,000 items. By then, you'll have over 1 million. I got to get them all. It'll be one big moving truck, an 18-wheeler full of all the different things I've had through the years. That you just answered my question for my wife when she's like, what's all this for? Now we can be able to monetize it. It's interesting because on a metaphysical level, I love taking people when they talk about the common sense side of things. When we have empathy and compassion, we use that common sense to elevate, the simplicity of solutions, and we, raise our awareness. In a metaphysical sense, when we are closest to the truth, we elevate our vibration. We can only be aware of that which vibrates equal to or less than us. So as we get humble, as we get empathetic and compassionate, we're actually elevating to our higher self. Our higher self sees simple ways, like you said, to see these opportunities and to invigorate or inspire us. That's why we feel like we're 19 again, which is so nice. Last thing real quick, because I'm sure people will be amiss if I don't ask. NFTs. Are you doing anything? What's your advice for people that don't know anything about NFTs?
First of all, the truth will set you free, but it'll piss you off first.
I love it.
Now, the NFTs, I'm launching our new NFT site in about 10 days. My feeling about the NFTs is it's been a little bit overhyped. There's going to be a process where everybody needs to learn and understand that you can't just put out an NFT, hops, boom, 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 snap, crackle, pop. But I see the NFT thing going in a much more nominal way where there are a lot of things that will come out. There'll be a digital experience, but also combined with a physical experience. I still want it in my hand, but I understand a lot of people love that digital experience and having something they can own digitally. I think it's going to end up being a combination of both or mixing the experiential. I don't see a lot of things just strictly going digital alone. I could see something really, really cool, and plus you get something signed or experience with a player or a celebrity as a combination. But I think the NFT thing could be here to stay. It's not going to happen as rapidly as everybody's thinking, but I think everyone needs to get. It's really good for the collectible business because it adds another level of authentication. And if you're nervous about selling something too cheap and it gets resold, you're in it for the commission on the increased price. It has a little bit of a chain here, obviously, which is going to be really important for authentication. So I'm a fan of the NFT, but patience. This is not going to be a rocket ship like people thought, but I think it's definitely something that we all need to start paying a lot more attention to. And I certainly am. And we're going to be launching with about 5 or 6 really cool NFTs that are going to be a little more nominally priced that most people can afford.
Very cool. And I know you and I have learned one lesson through these years. We don't mind hard. It's long that kills us. And so we've learned as we've lived a little bit longer now, we've learned to be able to at least, accept long. No one's afraid of hard. Guys like us.
I'm in for the long haul. I don't want people to dive in, spend all this money, get ripped off or that. I mean, that's counterproductive. Like, this is supposed to be something that's fun, enjoyable, and if it could be a little profitable too at some point, that's great. But I think sometimes people get a little carried away with the hype of all this, which is kind of what this, entrepreneurism, a lot of hype and everything else. So
you got it, my friend. Well, it's great to see you. Everybody go to Collectibles Exchange. Check out the athletedirect.com. It's growing as well. If you need any wisdom, there's books out there by Brandon. There's his podcast. There's a lot of great free stuff that he gives you. Just some great, we're old enough, fatherly advice. So if you want Uncle Brandon or Uncle Dave, come join us. Thanks so much, my friend. Let's do this again.
Absolutely, man. Keep up the good work, Dave. Appreciate you. And I think a lot of people out there are loving you. So thank you.
Can't wait to see you. Maybe I'll get to play on your team when I come out to New York. My daughter's moving. My daughter's moving to New York. She got a job right out of college, so she's moving to Manhattan. So I'll be there more often.
Oh, love to see you, man. I got a spot for you on my team. Let's run. Let's go.
I'm a defensive wonder.
Stay safe.
All right, take care. Thanks, man. Awesome. The great Brandon Steiner. You can see why. athletedirect.com, Collectibles Exchange with an X, no E.com. Just send your stuff out there. It's worth the wait. Don't just store stuff. Let's get it into circulation. Let's create a flow. Let's get some of the younger people to enjoy. Maybe my Tony Gwynn 394 bat. He batted 394. the highest in modern history here, that 394. And I think I have bat number 11, which is my lucky number. Anyway, let's bring on my friend Jennifer. I saw her here. And Jennifer is fluid running. Where are you? I gotta go ahead, Jennifer, if you wouldn't mind. We have so many comments. Let me try to get you back here. If not, re-comment so I can have you join. I know fluid running. There we are. Hey, all right, we'll go live. Fluidrunning.com, certified fitness trainer in the aquatic side of things, so we have less impact. And there she is. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, David. How are you?
I'm awesome. Could you give us a little bit of a background on fluid running? And I know you have a question for me.
I do have a question. So, so fluid running, it's the only app-based, zero impact water running workout system available in the world. So, and to give you a little context with it, so it's think of it, I suppose like a Peloton running workout, but done in the deep water. So there's absolutely zero impact. And I'll tell you kind of how I started this, because people usually get that question. So I was training for the Chicago Marathon, and it was a really important marathon. I was doing it with my whole family, and I tore my calf muscle 6 weeks before that marathon. I know, and I was like, I need to do this marathon. So I Googled, how do you stay in running shape when you can't run? And I came across this thing. It was either called aqua jogging or water running, deep water running. All I did for 6 weeks leading up to the Chicago Marathon was run in the deep water. So all you runners out there, if you miss like 3 days, we start to freak out. You've lost your running fitness. Long story short, not only did I finish the marathon after 6 weeks of no land running, but I qualified for the Boston Marathon. So it was truly like it was my light bulb moment where I was like, oh my God, I need to do something with this. And, and all the applications. And of course I was thinking of, injured athletes that are, get injured before the Olympics or training for an Ironman or something. So I'm like, I got to do something with it. So I created an interval-based group class is how I started it in the Chicagoland area. And then people just started coming up to me, and I initially created it really for the injured athlete, but people started coming up to me after these classes, like in tears saying, oh my God, Jennifer, I haven't got my heart rate up in 5 years. And the people that were really coming to me were all these people that literally couldn't do a workout because they had such back pain, hip pain, knee pain, chronic pain. A lot of kind of ex-athletes or a lot of people that were super active, whether they were tennis players, soccer players, football players, whatever, were just active. And now they're, 40, 50, and they really want to keep active, but it hurts. So created it as a group class in Chicago. And because we literally are like the only company that has taken this, it's a form of exercise, I'm going to call it. It was really big in like the 90s. And then it just kind of, I don't know what happened to it, but we repackaged it and made it into a workout. So I think people, I know people kind of started doing what I was doing and were finding us. And I was getting requests from all over the country and even all over the world, people saying, oh, I wish you had this. Is fluid running in New York? Is fluid running in California? Is fluid running in no, which led me to my partnership with my now business partner, Mike Lambert, who helped me create an app-based on-demand workout system so that now anybody can do it literally anywhere in the world. We've got people doing it in, I think, 10 different countries now. And the fluid running system, just to give you an idea, like what is it? It's the system includes all the equipment you need to do the workout, which is your flotation belt, your Bluetooth, waterproof headphones, and then your audio workouts that you listen to when you get in the pool, and that people know how to do the workouts based on videos that are sent ahead of time. So they watch, there's a couple different movements. It's a running based workout, but we throw in like kind of like cross country skiing and different kinds of movements that kind of challenges other muscle groups and also keep the workout interesting, so you're not just running the whole time. So so they order the system, they get the kit, they watch the video, they hop in the pool, and then the workouts have about I think 16 different workouts. They range anywhere from like a quick hit, a 30-minute high intensity workout, all the way to an hour-and-a-half workout. We have workouts that are very geared towards runners that really focus on track workouts and distance, and then we have workouts that are.
So do you have a question for me? I hate to drop you off, but I got another guest waiting.
Sorry, yes, I do. So here's my question. My question is, we have a product that appeals to both people that are elite athletes and 75-year-olds struggling with rheumatoid arthritis. How do you market to both? Because you say you can't be all things to all people, but I don't want to say we are, but we kind of are. And how do you market?
Yeah, well, determined upon the size of your community already, you have to prioritize the market itself, right? And allow it to go ahead and find other markets. So in that market, whether it's the injury or the elderly or the elite, whatever it may be, pick one, focus in on that one. The applicability of your solution was obvious when you started. You started for yourself, and the viral nature of what you do, the value of what you do is obvious. And so what you want to do is focus specifically on one, the biggest spectrum, the most aligned spectrum of people that you have, and allow it to naturally, organically flow into the others, because it's not a big leap when you have no impact fluid running, which in the context of its name, where and how it's applicable. So the more you focus specifically on one audience and allow them to sell through them through to other people in a variety of ways, that's the best spent money, because you can't fathom the size, scope, and scale of even one of the subcategories that you're working on. And you need to sell through them, not to them, and you'll get exponential results and the best bang for your dollar. Okay?
Got it. Thank you.
You got it. Thank you, Jennifer. They can find Jennifer at fluidrunning.com. Obviously a great solution, obviously one that works, and all the greatest success of exponential growth acceleration for you and your own personal success from using fluid running in your own life as you continue to run. So thank you so much.
Thank you, David. Have a great day.
Thank you, Jennifer. Fluidrunning.com. If you have any impact worries, use fluidrunning.com. That's that easy. All right, Life with Haley. We have you here. We're going to have you join us. Andrew, I see you're here. Point you out. Feel free, Andrew, give me a David at Meltzer email. I'd love to set up a time to talk to you and see how I could be of service to you. So thank you. I want to give you individual Andrew. He's feeling neglected. He has a little bit of FOMO. Anyway, Haley, welcome. How are you?
Wonderful. Grand rising to you. And it is a beautiful day. How are you?
It is Thankful Thursday, and I can't think of a better person to have on than you. And what you're working with Galactic Alliance. And today's my daughter's 20th birthday. And so just bringing on the importance of my girls in my life, 3 daughters and my wife. And you do so much to help women, especially, and support them in a huge area, for my experience, in business equity, which huge opportunities exist. We can't find enough qualified people in coding, technology, blockchain, game design, creators, dreamers, etc. How did you get inspired yourself to start focusing in on this realm of business? I know you have some great background in technology itself.
Wonderful. Well, happy birthday to your daughter and all the beautiful women out there. It is so important to focus on, gender equity and equal opportunity is the 2 lenses that I bring forth in all business. And being a female myself, having gone to an all-girls high school, back in high school, and creating a women's community several years ago when I first moved to New York, I was actually worked at Madison Square Garden in the sports arena. Very male dominated and always running with the boys. But myself and a few women really got together to, how can we make an impact within this workplace? And that seemed to be a trend that followed my life, whether it was in PR and marketing, then into gaming and technology, and really, in a search to help make the world a better place, we really looked at what is the root cause of the world, or what is the root cause that will help solve for solutions for a beautiful future. And we went from education, global education, then to women and to mothers. A happy mother is a happy child, and a literate mother is a literate child. And then we followed that thread back down to girls, technology, coding, because we want to inspire the young, beautiful women that are going to grow up and build a beautiful world. And so that's kind of the thread that we've been pulling. And that's really what inspired me in my search to build a beautiful tomorrow and to empower everyone to be able to believe that there's a beautiful tomorrow that's achievable. And I love listening to your speaking and your talks, and then the way that you empower each human, because it's so important. So I just wanted to thank you for that.
Well, thank you, because what you do is equally important. And I, work with the Queen's Collective as an advisor and a founding investor. And you also put your money where your mouth is in building and finding, equity for these types of people and solutions. I have a few myself, like Aniva, working on childcare with a woman CEO, and Kim Perrell and Cindy Eckert and Lisa Jacobs, just tremendous women that, like you, I consider to be milestones. I think what's so important, I've worked in, with minorities, from the Clemente family to the Robinson family with Jackie Robinson, to obviously Warren Moon being my business partner. And I've always said the best part about working with these milestone people is that when we see someone that is like us, it becomes believable. And I can't stress the importance of how believable you make happiness and success and wealth and worthiness and happiness, all of the things that people don't realize they already are. And you're one of those catalysts that clear the interference between the happiness, the health, the wealth, and the worthiness that women already are. And they just have to work on clearing the interference between that in which they already are. And by seeing someone that looks like them or acts like them or has the same background, that is allowing the belief to work. And as you know from my Think and Grow Rich background, both being in the book and the movie and studying the book forever, belief is so crucial. For you, who was it that cleared the interference for you? Who are some, if not one, of the milestone women in your life that inspired you? I mean, you're so young already, but when you were younger, who were some of the milestone women that you looked at and said, I can do better than that?
Absolutely. I mean, there's just, I always think big picture, big vision. But one of the women that really inspired me to be on a path to supporting other women were some of the babysitters that I had growing up over the summer. And it's beautiful because my mother, so it always goes back to my mother, but she looked for women that were in our neighborhood that she saw as role models, as you mentioned, seeing someone that you can relate to, right? Being a child growing up and seeing a woman in a position of financial literacy, financial power, making these decisions on culture and art and everything that we're talking about. You look up to your role models, just as you look up to your mother and to the kings that are supporting the women and the queens and in our life. And as much as I'm in support of women, I would not be here without the equal people of men and women in my life that have supported me along the way here. But truly, the babysitters I had were beautifully curated by my mother to be women that were inspiring. And in fact, two of the babysitters I had, they went to St. Mary's Academy, which was the all-girls Catholic school that I ended up going to, and it was because of them. So really the role models in your life from a very young age, it was a catalyst for me. And that is why it's so important to bring women together and bring the men around to support these women so we can empower at a very young age, because that's the imprint.
I think it's so important, that inclusiveness of men and women. I won't be here without my mom. That's obvious. And I don't think anyone can say they could be here without their mom. But more importantly, as a milestone and as a role model to me, I want my daughters and my wife to be role models as well, and to take on both the things that they learn from me and the things that they learn from other women as well. What's the biggest challenge? Last question. What's the biggest challenge you see? You and I see things differently. I come from a different place, a different age, in different perspectives. So I'd love to see your perspective on what the biggest challenge that you see with empowering others with the Galactic Alliance, being able to invest in these ideas. What's your biggest challenge that you face today?
Right. And, I love this question, David, because the Galactic Alliance is really what it sounds like, right? It's the alliance of all cultures, all people, all life, right? Not just humans. We also have to encompass the earth and the plants and the oceans and all living beings. And that's why it's called galactic. But the communication is has been one obstacle, but it's beyond communication. It's what people receive and what they understand from what we're communicating. So even this conversation we're having right now, we have different views, and people are commenting, and they're even sharing their views, but they are receiving our messages differently. So it's how do we all come to a common point and pull that common thread that ignites, the hearts and the minds of humanity to come together with a global understanding, whether it's a belief system or education, so that we can all come together and truly make high quality decisions. So it's really how do we perceive and understand one another, I find as a big challenge.
You're extraordinary, and I'm just so blessed to have you on here with me. Life with Haley, also the Galactic Alliance. Where can people reach out, or where do you want them to reach out to join us in this galactic effort?
Absolutely. Well, honestly, my Instagram here is where I love engaging with people. I love sharing just conversations and being inspired. And so I'd love to speak with anyone here. On my Instagram is perfect with the life with Haley.
Oh, well, you're awesome. A big shout out to Ricky Mendez, who introduced us, and I will be blessed for that day. And I look forward to doing more with you. I am of service, so just reach out if I can do anything to help you. Thank you so much for joining me and everything you do to help others. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much, and for your time.
Take care. People love her, that's for sure. And if you're worried about our future, think about people like Haley, and you won't worry anymore. Worry is a wasted emotion. It's just wishing for what you don't want. And I'm wishing for more people like Haley. Just a wonderful soul. Thank you, Ricky Mendez, for the introduction. I would love also, Haley, to introduce you to Aniva. So, Colleen, I know you're there. Let's introduce her to Anita at Aniva. If you haven't checked that out, to help us with childcare and the solutions to make sure that we have the opportunity for everyone. Anyway, this has been Thankful Thursdays. We're going to take one more question real quick. Andrew's been chatting up a little bit of negativity in our group here. So Brendan, then Dave, people want to know. I'm not sure. But Andrew, just email me, david@dmeltzer.com, and I will have a personal session with you. Relieve the interference, the anger, the voids, the shortages of what we do. I appreciate David Flores reminding people that we're here for gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, and inspiration. Oh, thank you, Andrew. I'm glad that you emailed me. I can't wait to have that conversation with you and get you there. So thank you so much. Sometimes our words do not align with who we are, and I think some people thought you were angry. But thank you for joining us. And like always, anyone here is welcome. I'm always open for open hearts, open minds, and open hands to be of service to everyone. All right. One last question. As always, do you know if you're ready for a paradigm shift? How do you know if you're ready for a paradigm shift? You're always ready. You're always ready. So, be in the consistent, persistent pursuit of your potential, and those shifts will occur. The more consistent you are, the more subtle those shifts will become in your mind. But people that have snapshots utilizing periodic man-made construct of time will see huge differences. As you saw with Brandon Steiner, right? He sees huge differences in me, and I see huge differences in him. Although we're both consistent grinders that don't see those subtleties until they aggregate upon themselves by the snapshots dictated by the man-made construct of time. So if you see someone a month ago or a year ago or 10 years ago, you're going to see the paradigm shifting. So you're constantly ready for the shifting of the paradigm with an open mind, an open heart, and open hands. I want to thank everybody, not just because it's Thankful Thursdays. I want to thank everyone for being here and for sharing. The great Brandon Steiner, Aaron Wexler, Jennifer, thank you so much for Fluid Running, and Haley, everybody here. Remember, tomorrow is not only our training, not only Clubhouse, but it is the launch of 2 Minute Drill. So join us on Bloomberg TV, Amazon Prime Video anytime. Just download it, like it, love it, share it for sure. It is one of the best content that I've had to help entrepreneurs. Great judges, great guests, great advice, great entertainment, great music, great production, direction, great team. 2-minute drill. I want to thank all my team, Mike Allen, Colleen, Jakey Bakey, all the team, Josh, of course, Harry Chickma Productions, every great person that's been involved. Thank you so much, Rory and Jason Waller. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thankful Thursdays. Anyway, if you want my book, exercises guides, if you want my ebook, audiobook, or you want me to sign a book and send it to you, pay for it and pay for shipping, david@dmeltzer.com. david@dmeltzer.com for anything. You want to talk to me, david@dmeltzer.com. You want me to mentor you, david@dmeltzer.com. You just want to say hi, david@dmeltzer.com. Thank you, Chris, for joining me. David Flores for joining me. Everyone, remember, we'll see you tomorrow for all those great things from Clubhouse to training to TV shows. But most importantly, be kind to your future self and do good deeds. We'll see you for that exciting day tomorrow.